I didn't think it was on. How's everybody doing? It is nice to see you. Hello, my beautiful Lilith. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Juanson. Hold on. Let me go and see what we have going on through. How's everybody's day today? And how did everything go today? Hold on. Let me just do this like that, and voila. We have our beautiful Mimi. I have our beautiful Julie. So we're going to move on forward with Julie and Mimi. So Julie is first, and we're going to go and see our beautiful Mimi. How was everybody's day today? It was okay. Another okay day. Well, I actually heard somebody say today, it is all right. It is all right if you have an okay kind of a day. It is okay. Not all days are meant to be great days, and not all days are meant to be bad days. Some days just need to be okay. And then I thought about it, and I thought, that makes so much sense. Yet, I hate the principle of it, because I want every day to be a great day. Otherwise, it's kind of meh, right? Yeah. All right, okay. Yeah, okay, let's start this off over here. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do that. Do we have Julie who is around? Please let me know if Julie is here. My kids had their first day of school. Whew. They did. First day done. Matthias is thinking high school is a little nutty. He's like, I saw people vaping today. I'm like, yeah, you're going to see a lot of that and a lot of other stuff too. That's just the beginning. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh no. It is what it is, right? All right. So, here we go. And we are going to start this off. And voila. Are you late? I think you're all right. I don't even know what the breakfast. What is the breakfast club? You probably can't even say it here. What the heck is that? Ben, ils sont là-bas. Ah, je les ai peut-être mis dans le lavage. Je peux t'en prendre une nouvelle paire. Elle t'aime aussi.
C'est une question que je voulais savoir.
Ah.
Tu travailles longtemps ou pas?
Je sais pas. Tu reviendras me voir tantôt, je te le dirai. À tantôt. Oh, I know, but I never watched it. I don't even know what it's about. I know that it's I thought you were meaning something specific about it. Hi, Elaine. Thank you, sweetie. You can send your questions on out, my love. All right, so here we go over here. That movie gave you a glimpse of what your mom was up to into high school. Oh, see, I never watched it. It's one of the classics, but I never watched it. But then again, you do have to be careful. We're not all the same. We don't all do the same stuff. Yeah. Why do I feel like my lights are not completely open? I don't know. So here we go for Julie. Mm-mm-mm. Julie is going to be at 6 minutes. Alrighty. Now it's Mean Girls. I'm sorry. There's something wrong with my light. I swear I don't have enough light. It's bugging me. No. How weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe my brain is foggy. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Let's go for it. Julie, I'm going to go get your questions. I know that you're not here at this moment, but I'm sure that you'll be here soon. So I do have 3 questions. I'm going to start off with the first 2 that are right here. All right. These are the first 2. And I'm going to go get the last one. So just one moment. And the emotional spring. Yeah, I know. The emotional spring. Let's go see. I know we're almost going into the winter, but I like that we're going into the emotional spring. I do. Alrighty, so the first question, here we go. So Mike is still working on filling in the gap of the bridge of a committed relationship with you. What is the gap he needs to fill, and how is he going to fill it? All right. So we do have our Hermit. We do have our Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Sweetie Pie, from what I can see over here, okay. Well, yes, you know, you're completely right into it altogether. All right. I feel like Mike is standing on his side of the emotional bridge, kind of like looking at you onto the other side where there's safety and death and, you know, love awaits and everything of the such. Now, the gap is not necessarily about the feelings. He already has those. It's more about the emotional maturity and the integration. I feel like Mike knows how to feel into that moment, but I feel like he's still kind of learning to make those feelings quite consistent and sustainable. I feel like he's learning that love isn't just a feeling, that it is a choice, that it is a choice, but also almost like a practice that kind of scares him every once in a while. We still also have the other side of the unprocessed wounds and the fear of losing himself that is still a little bit around. So there's that lingering fear that commitment could cost him his freedom or his identity, which is something that has happened into the past. Some of this does stem from past experiences and conditioning, perhaps from family, past partners, or I'm going to say even expectations from if you will, the guise into his current environment. Now, how is he actually going to fill on up the gap? Therapy is going to help. It's going to give him the language to be able to express what he feels. It's going to help him at the very same time challenge the old beliefs of what kept him stuck into that indecision. Your silence and your boundaries are helping him more than you know, also because you're creating that space for him, but that beautiful space where like to self-reflect instead of depending onto your energy as a comfort zone. And eventually I feel like he's going to make it a choice to stay comfortable and to, you know, he's not going to want to be into that emotional limbo. He's not going to want to be into that uncomfortable space. He's going to want to show up for real. He's going to want to grow that love. So right now I feel like he's a little bit into the middle of that process, not quite fully ready, but not willing to let go neither. And this in-between space is that progress. Even if it does feel like it's a little bit slow, that's where it stands. Now, he feels like, yes, he feels like he is seen with you. He does, and he often does feel like he is seen with you. I don't know why I'm getting all this chaos. Yeah. He does feel like he is seen with you. He is consciously actually quite aware of this feeling. I feel like he's aware of it, although he's not always necessarily articulate within his words. I feel like it registers more as an emotional memory and like a physical comfort. And when he thinks of you, there's like that distinct sense of being understood, but without having necessarily to perform. And that for him is really quite rare. So it's like if his body remembers you as the safe place, even when his mind tries to, try to kind of rationalize the distance. And into those moments of quiet, like late at night or into a small emotional trigger, he becomes even more aware of how rare that feeling is that he has just with you. He might not even say it, but he feels it, and he recalls the way that, yes, you do respond to him, how you listen to him, and how you never, ever, ever have actually demanded that he fix himself to be loved. Because into the past, that is something that has happened for him on a few occasions, to be asked to actually fix himself. And that scares him. Now, Mike, his mentor, he is entering into the emotional spring. How's it going to go for him, and how's it going to go for the relationship altogether? Well, you know what? I feel like we are into a place over here where he's going to start to feel for him. I'm going to start with for him. He's going to feel more emotionally awake, more curious, slightly, maybe even a little bit more hopeful. He's going to have different type of moments where he's going to want to reach out fully, like fully knowing why, not onto a subconscious level, fully knowing why. It's his heart kind of testing that ground, if you will, for that new growth. So there's like that softness that is there, that is entering into his aura, that desire for comfort, for familiarity. That's what he's going to begin to feel. For the relationship, this is more going to be like, if you will, the potential for that subtle reconnection where he's going to start to lean in. You can expect different type of signals, more texts, more shared memories, more questions about how you are doing. And then with the continuum of his therapy, well, that's going to help to stay connected to his own emotional awareness, which you're going to end up noticing a little bit more because he's going to be more emotionally present. He's going to start to emerge a little bit more within the following weeks and so. So this is him and how things are going to be moving also for your relationship and how it's going to actually help to get on through. Hello, Elaine, the other Elaine Woods, Elaine Simpson. Nice to see you, sweetie. And thank you. No, when I mean fully aware of everything that he's doing, because sometimes his emotions pass on through onto a subconscious level. The energies that connect both of you sometimes onto a subconscious level. This is about fully being aware at all times This is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm wanting. This is what I'm doing. I'm moving on forward with it. But instead of being in a space where sometimes we're completely aware of it and other times it's more of an energy that we feel, it's going to be less of an energy and more of a presence into the here and into the now. That's what I mean. All right, Elaine Tat. Exactly. It makes more sense when you put it into that kind of a way. Yeah. Yes, I can. Hold on. Let me go and see that. Do Elaine Woods first. All right, Elaine Tat, not a problem, sweetie. Mimi's going to be next, and I'm going to go and see Elaine Woods, followed out by Elaine Tat, all right? What did you miss? You had... No, you're good. You're good. You're good while feeding the turtles. Yes. Are you the only one that he feels seen by? Yes, you're the only one that he doesn't feel as though he is stuck into a place where he cannot change, where, you know... He feels like he's listened to. He feels like he's not caught up into somewhat of his own prison, if you will. So it is a yes. You are the only one. Well, we still see him making that choice into his commitment, moving on forward towards you. So I will say a yes all the way up until now. It's going to be important for him, however, to continue to work onto it and to continue to make that forward movement. That's going to be very important. But yes, our Wheel of Fortune, our beautiful 10 of Cups are definitely saying a yes. Oh, he's got 2 turtles, Julie, too. Yeah. I shall, my love. I shall. Have no fear. We will continue to work onto that. Yeah, we need to get over that finish line. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Mimi. Here we go. Okay, just one moment. We're going to put a timestamp. I'm just reading because it's fairly long. And here we go. Timestamp is going to be at 19 minutes. So Mimi's going to be at 19:30. Hi, my beautiful Joy. Nice to see you, my love, and thank you, sweetie. Okay, so anything juicy, Joy? I'll be with you shortly. All right, so Mimi it is. Elaine Woods, I do have your question over here, so that is perfect. You're going to be on up next. So, my beautiful Elaine Woods, let me know if you're here, and hopefully Spirit is onto your side today. Mimi, 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 sweetie pie. Sweet Mimi. Yeah. It's not. It's a difficult place. It's difficult. We can say it a million different kind of ways. It's difficult. I thank you for being very open, being very vulnerable. What you're feeling is a million times so very valid. And I do want you to know that it is okay. You know, it's all right for you to be angry. It's all right to be hurt. It's all right to be disappointed. You're not crazy. You're not foolish. You just got that soft heart and it's there. So, you know, you're human and you're soulful within it. So you are loved. Even if it's, you know, something that is not necessarily returned at this moment. Now, the current thoughts and feelings that we do have towards you, he is slowly pulling away. There's no doubt he's slowly pulling away, but it's something that's been happening over a certain amount of time. It's not over, it's still there, but it's slowly kind of going away. It's not a clean, it's not a clean or respectful type of a separation. It feels more like a slow fade where he wants to be able to retreat, if you will, but still keep that emotional access to you. It's like, you know, wanting to have how did they say it, the cake thing? Wanting to have your cake and eat it too, or I don't know what the heck it is. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. Basically, he wants to keep emotional access to you, but he doesn't want to be with you because he's already busy doing something else that he has chosen. Because it's more convenient. Not because of love, because it's more convenient. So, whenever, like, he wants to have access to you whenever he needs comfort. But, I mean, you're not that cushion. You're not that little warm blanket that we need, right? That's not love. That's just more emotional convenience. So, yes, he does, you know, still think about you, especially when he does feel like he's emotionally off balance. But the truth is, you're part of a pattern for him, and he likes to feel like he is wanted. And when that fades or gets complicated, he moves on. But he always keeps the door a little bit open. It's never completely closed. There's like always an angle of like 30 or 40 degrees angle where it's still there, like a piece of pie. It's open in case he kind of wants to walk into it. So at this moment, he's feeling justified into his actions because he's told himself, I've never promised her anything more, or I'm aware that I did cross an emotional boundary with you more than once, but you know, I'm uncomfortable and I'm uncomfortable with my guilt. That's what he's thinking about. So instead of facing it, he avoids it and he detaches emotionally. So on some level, he knows that he treated you unfairly, but instead of taking your responsibility, he reframes, you know, the story to protect his ego altogether. Now, what's onto his mind about you guys? He's still thinking about you, but like I said, into a distant kind of a way. He remembers the emotional intimacy, but not the responsibility of it. There's a part of him that misses the feeling of being desired by you, but not enough to actually come on forward and make things right. So, I mean, he's not currently thinking of building something with you at this moment. He's leaning into whatever is comfortable for him, whatever is stable for him. And it's likely that his marriage, you know, that's just like a distraction that is there. So what does he actually want? Is he going to do anything? He wants emotional freedom with no accountability. That's what he wants. That means he wants you to be okay with the crumbs. It means he wants to have access to you without responsibility. He wants that door open, but only when he actually decides that knock, 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 here I am. But I mean, that's not going to work for you. That's not your worth. That's not good for you. That's immaturity, and that's just damage upon your heart. It's damage upon you. So I don't feel like he's planning any meaningful actions at this moment, my beautiful loves. So what does he think about what you're thinking? And is he thinking that you have moved on? He senses your silence. He does. And while part of him may actually wonder if you're still holding that space for him, he does assume that you're still going to be there if ever he needs you again. And that's what he's trained himself to believe. But the truth is that the more you don't reach out, the more his control starts to loosen. And that's when he's going to begin to feel the loss. Not because he suddenly realizes your value, but because the power dynamic is actually kind of shifting. So he doesn't fully believe that you have moved on yet. And he's kind of right. But the longer you hold your silence, the more he's going to start to feel it. And that's going to make him a little bit more uncomfortable. So, sweetie pie, you're not a fool. You're not. Your soul just came on in to learn a lesson about love, about boundaries, about self-worth. He didn't give you the real connection. He didn't give you the, the vulnerability. He gave you, there was vulnerability, but he didn't give you the truth. So now you're actually waking on up to your own power, sweetie. The one that thinks that you deserve more. So I'm going to say you're a little bit into somewhat of an awakening. And you need to, it's difficult, but you need to hold on to that. You need to navigate that, my love. Elaine Woods and Elaine Tat are next, followed out by Joy. Message for you, my beautiful Mimi. Even in silence, you cross my mind more than I admit. There is something between us that I've never been able to explain. I still wonder if you think about me the way that I think about you. And you were different. You were gentler and deeper. And that I do miss. I know, Spirit's been watching you. I know. That's basically what it is. Joy. All right, let's go see our beautiful Elaine Woods. And Mimi, I'm sending you much love, honestly, sweetie pie. Alrighty. Elaine Woods and Elaine Tat. All right, just 1 second. Oh, there's a frog outside. Oh my gosh. I just know they're going to go and take a bowl. Sweet Lord. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. I don't want them taking the dishes. I'm putting a frog in it. Les amis! Hey, whoa. Hey, ça c'est un téléphone, hein? Pas cool. Hey, les amis! Ah! Les amigos! Ah, il n'y a personne qui m'écoute. Je m'en vais pas dehors. Mathias, peux-tu aller leur dire, s'il te plaît, qu'il y a une chaudière, je pense, avec des affaires que Bruno a mis dans le garage, en ouvrant la porte de garage. Je ne veux absolument pas qu'ils prennent ce seau-là s'il n'y a rien dedans. Je veux pas qu'ils prennent notre vaisselle et qu'ils mettent des grenouilles dedans, please. Merci, Mathias. Sweet lords, I have phone falling downs and I swear I'm going to have a frog in a dish. Ah! Yeah, I know. They're all outside screaming, there's a frog. It was raining here, and in my town, when it rains, there's freaking frogs all over the place. I don't know. He swears he never kissed a frog. He swears. I got a picture of him kissing a frog. Here we go. Okay, so just 1 second. All right. Uh, Alrighty. Merci, Mathias. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna go see Elaine. Oui, je sais, il y a une grenouille. Est-ce que vous l'avez mis dans la chaudière?
Pas mis dans sa bière, on a pris un bac, puis après, on a juste pris un bac, puis après, on l'a enfermé dedans.
OK.
Là, la bière est vide.
Là, est-ce que vous l'avez? All right. Sweet Lord, the ghost of Halloween. You love the word, yeah, grenouille. The other day, Bruno's he's constructing my deck, right? And he's having lunch and to my patio outside, which is closed off like a veranda, and there's a bottle. I don't know, it's about this big, and there's a bottle that's there, and he takes it. He's like, "What is it?" Because there's a frog onto it, and I go, "What is that?" And it's written frog food. And I'm like, yeah, remember I told you we used to have a frog pet? We no longer have. It was its food. I said, do you want some on your dinner? Just sprinkle some. Go for it. Oh my God. Yeah, he said no. Okay. Gross. You've never tried the frog fruit. Who knows? All right. So you applied for a dispatcher job at $29 an hour. Yeah. Would they call you for an interview? Let me go and see. Okay. Ten of Swords. Sweetie. Elaine, can I do a spell for you? Can I cast a spell on you, my love? You need to switch up. Like, I want to give you good news. I want to give you good news. Yeah. No, let's not eat the fur. What? I don't know. No, this is not for you, Elaine Tat. This is for Elaine Woods. This is Elaine Woods I want to do a spell for. Yeah, I know. I want to say F it, just F it. But at the same time, I want to say, no, you go for it, girl. But I don't see it happening. But then again, nothing is set in stone. So go, do it. But I don't see it happening. Oh, God. I don't see it happening. It's like they don't believe that you're right for this position. They feel like you don't have the right energy for it, and so they're not moving on forward with it. There's something about your attitude too. I don't know. It's not moving forward. I think you got a beautiful attitude, but yeah, no. For some reason, you might end up going to an interview, but I keep seeing that there's something they want to say. There's something they're not in agreement about. So either they're not in agreement about something into your curriculum that you sent out that they feel might not fit the position, or you'll end up going into the interview and you'll say something that will kind of tilt it. Yeah, but I don't see it. Ask me another question. Ask me another question. Because now I just feel like, ask me something else. Shoot. Maybe because you're relaxed. Maybe. I don't know, sweetie. There's something. Ask me something else. Because now I just feel like I need to refund you for the last 3 days. Every day you come in and you're such a warrior. Every day you come in with a new job position, a new salary. It fluctuates in salaries, but I never see it. Yeah, I know. Jeez, Louise. None of them. None of them. Another question. Not in regards to the jobs you already asked me. I already told you about them. They're sucky. It's a no. Give me something else. I want to give you good. Yeah. Now I know you do, right? I know. Put a spell on you. I don't know. I think Annelle's outside trying to catch more frogs because I hear her and her friend outside and they're like having a ball. I'm going to say it's a frog. Last night, those little girls, okay, not quite. Last night, we go for a walk with the dog, and there you go. That makes sense with the frogs, right? We went for a walk with Prince, probably to go find a frog so he can become a real prince. God knows. We ended up going into the woods, into the dark woods, where we're not allowed to go. There's a fence. It says do not enter, but we enter anyways. It was dark as heck. I had to put the flashlight onto my phone so we could see anything. Oh, she caught a frog. Evelyn, the gibbler, caught a frog. I'm afraid of frogs. I don't like them. She started running after us with frogs. You should have saw us. It was just, it would have made millions on YouTube. Oh, where's the other question here? I kid you not. And we're running away, me and my daughter. Leave us alone with your frog. I ran more at that moment than I ever have ran in my life, I think. From a frog. There you go. Yeah. Oh, no, I know. And they're not even frogs, like toads or toads. I don't know how the heck you call them. The bumpy ones. Oh. All right. There you go. Elaine, do you have another question, Elaine Woods? Yeah, do you? Because I want to say something good. Or come back another day, ask me another question, but don't pay for it. I need to tell you something good. A tadpole. Okay, in French, we call it a crapaud. Yeah, so the grenouille and the crapaud. Because these jobs just ain't, they're not. I know, my love. I know. You see, you too, right, Joy? Those low toad thingies. Yuck. Oh, did post it? No, you didn't. You asked if one of them would call you back. Wait, let me go see. I need some extra. Let me go back up. Oh, okay, Spirit says just work on that. Yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. Pretty much what it is. Yeah. So should you move forward? Oh, that's what it is with your own. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Absolutely. We discussed about this a while ago, my love, and I said yes. What are you waiting for? Probably money, probably connection, probably fear, probably all of the above, right? Yeah, I get it. I understand it. Let me go see. My answer is going to be yes. but it's going to take a certain amount of time. So it's still a yes, but if you want it to work at some point, you have to start working onto it like now, because it's a long-term kind of a project. All right? Tower Universe is telling you, yes, have some strength. That's what I said. It's going to take some time. All right? The cards are saying the exact same thing I'm saying. Ace of Wands. Go ahead with it, sweetie. Yes, definitely. It's a yes. Hello, love shine. You're going to be up after Joyce, sweetie pie. And thank you, my love. And yes, the weekend is arriving. Yes, I'm excited. And it's a long weekend because it's Labor Day weekend. Yeah, so 3 days off. Ha ha. I'm looking forward to all the exciting movements happening into my weekend. And I'm looking forward to the weekend because I woke up early today, have to wake up early again tomorrow. I've had enough of it already. Grenouille, it just sounds like what a frog sounds like. It does, doesn't it? I know. Alrighty, so I hope you're having a good day, my beautiful love shine. I will be with you probably into the following 10 minutes or so. So if you want to post your questions, unless they're the usual questions, then that's a-okay. But if not, you can post them. We're going to go and see Elaine Tat. All right. Okay. I'm glad it's been good. And Elaine Woods, yeah. Just don't stop. Just don't stop. Okay? You can't wait too, right, Elaine? I know. You've had a tough week. Has not been an easy week for you, my love. Okay. I just know I'm going to have a new frog to take care of. Ah, les amis, vous gardez la grenouille dehors, hein? OK. C'est sûr? Je te crois pas. I don't think I believe my son. He said the frog's outside. I don't think I believe him. All right. Okay. All right, Elaine. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Okay. All right. So. Sweetie pie. The general energy for yesterday and today. I feel like there's more, a little bit of a quiet emotional undercurrent that is there. I feel like there's a little bit of a background that is actually processing. So even if you have stayed, kind of busy and everything, there's like a lingering emotional thought or feeling that is trying to surface. So you may have felt different type of moments of nostalgia, distraction, or even different type of flashes or insights about people or situations from the past. But I feel like spirit is actually showing you this kind of into your subconscious to help you so you can close the old loop, so you can reframe with your own truth. I feel like today's energy feels like it's more anchored, it's more aware, like there's a little bit of that shift, like you're slowly stepping into something that is more of an intentional rhythm, if you will. So you might feel more connected to your intuition today. You might even notice more signs or synchronicities that are surrounding you or around you. And I feel like your energy is calling for more gentle focus. So I'm going to say don't push yourself too hard because I know that you can do that. Just kind of honor what comes on up forward for you and don't go against it. Okay? All right. The dream. Rihanna on stage and the alien like black spider. The dream in itself is, I'm going to say, very, very symbolic. All right. Hold on just a second. I just want to make sure. Yeah, Joy, just let us know if you're here because you're next, my love. Rihanna on stage symbolizes more of the feminine energy, if you will. It's power, it's independence, it's creativity, it's bold, but it's also a lot of self-expression. Seeing her take a stage into your dream, I feel kind of represents different things. Now, so I'm going to say, seeing her take that stage represents, if you will, your own inner power preparing to step forward. A nudge from your subconscious also to own your own presence, your own voice, but also your own divine feminine. So it's a little bit like a version of you that is stepping up to shine, to be seen, or to kind of lead into some kind of way. Now, the huge black alien spider appearing. Spiders are about creation. They are also about feminine energy, though I do have to say. God, I got hair. It's about karmic patterns, though. It's also about shadow work. So I'm going to say this one is a little bit more large into its meanings. It's about feeling overwhelmed. It's about being deeply subconscious about different things. So the fact that it bites you onto the left hand, so that would be the receiving hand, shows that there's a wound that is related to receiving love or power or acknowledgement. And perhaps that fear is kind of creating some problems into your life, stepping into your own power, and is bringing different consequences into your life at this moment. The actual itch symbolizes something that is more of an unresolved tension. So the spider disappears. It may have, passed away. But what is actually being said over here is that you survived the karmic lesson and you're now strong enough to face with something that you have once avoided. We'll put it that way. So I feel like this dream has a very powerful message for you, that you're the only one who can actually take the stage like Rihanna did. But part of you fears what actually comes with it, the responsibilities, the changes, the subconscious, not the subconsciousness, but the consciousness that comes from it. So Spirit is showing you that fear is actually fading, and the power is already there, and it's actually already yours. Now, the letter T, seeing the letter T into your dream, that is also about frequency and symbolism. The T is about truth, it's about timing, it's about transformation, but it's also about somebody that you can know, that, or maybe that you have known, that either they have an initial of a T. The dream shows that you need to pay attention to something or to somebody that is linked to that letter. So you need to keep your eyes. Keep your eyes open, my love. All right. We're going to go and look at the general energy for now until December. We do have some movement. We do have you being much more into your own presence, especially with anything that has to do with business, anything that is business related. I still have you kind of searching and looking, though. It's almost like if you still haven't quite found your path. You're looking for it, you're determining it a little bit more, but it's like it's not quite there. You have relieved a lot of stress upon your back, and you have let go of a lot of things, but it's like if September and October, I feel like there's more inner nudges that are there. It's like Spirit is asking you to declutter emotionally and physically. The relationships or dynamics into your life that feel a little bit unclear could come more into a certain focus. There could be a truth that could reveal itself also. In November, the truth can be something that's coming from you, by the way. It doesn't mean that somebody is coming to reveal something to you. November feels like it's more externally active. So more opportunities or conversations that maybe were a little bit stagnant could start moving again. I need you to pay attention to those invitations, to all of that, okay? In December, I feel like it's more of a question of final decisions, of a certain closure. It's like if the circle that you have been going through, or the wheel of fortune, if you will, that you've been running around, has finally come to somewhat of a halt where you have to stop, you have to take a decision, and the wheel will start over again. So I kind of feel like all of this is about you stepping into your own visibility. It's about you reclaiming your energy, but it's about you also preparing for your own expansion altogether. And into the next week. Searching for different opportunities. Look at that Wheel of Fortune popping on through. It's like you're running after something. You're looking, but you're not getting it. You're not picking it up, whatever it is that you need to pick on up. I see movement. I see alignment. I see more things onto your own personal emotions, onto your own physical environment that could come up. You could see, or you could notice different type of conversations that could be mentally kind of replaying into your mind that could still be there, that could kind of linger, that I feel you have to kind of find somewhat of an answer to. You could also find a deeper understanding upon somebody's behavior that is around you or around their own patterns. And I feel like you're going to be feeling more connected to your own intuition, into dreams, into quiet moments, all those things. So I feel like Spirit is actually encouraging you to stay quite grounded and to really just kind of trust your gut at this moment. Even if things seem quiet externally, something within is going to slowly start aligning more powerfully for you, my love. And pay attention to those dreams, because they're definitely saying a lot of things towards you. Very quickly, Elaine, because those were a lot of questions. Hi, my beautiful Stephanie. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. How are you doing, my beautiful Stephanie? It is nice to see you, sweetie. I am going to go and see Joy into the meanwhile. I'll come back for your last question, short, Elaine, after. How will sales go for you this weekend and love? Sales and love. Here we go for Joy. Joy, let us know if you are here. Then I'm going to answer Elaine's quick question, followed on through by Love, Shine, and Stephanie. I am, however, going to go and look what's happening in PayPal also. All right, I'm going to say at 10:30 tonight we shall close, so within following 28 minutes for Lilith Ann Watson. So what do we have? Hello, my beautiful Stephanie, sweetie. Okay, so my love, Joy, 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 sweetie. I don't know if you're here, so I'm going to put you at 50. Let's just put you at 57. Not as much financially. No. Financially speaking, there could be different little conflicts around work. Not necessarily you with the sales. There could be conflicts between you and members of your team or people around or clients, but it has nothing to do with the actual sales, how much money you're bringing on in. Somebody around work has like an overactive imagination also. Quite frankly, over here, my love, I'm going to take out some more cards, but I kind of feel like things are not necessarily going to be very, very strong financially this weekend. I feel like the sales are going to be kind of stagnant. I feel like you want to do more. There could be one, there could be two. I don't see a lot of things happening. But I basically just kind of feel like the dynamics are not necessarily there. Like I don't know. For some reason, it's like either there's not enough or not as many people as expected. The dynamics are not quite 100% there. Things are staying quite stagnant, my love. You're going to have to put a lot of work into it in order to switch things up. If you put a lot of work, a lot of passion, everything the such, things could pick up a little bit, but I still see you disappointed. So I'm going to say sales wise, I don't know how many you're going to make, how many sales, but it's not going to be as much as you would like to. So definitely much less than what was planned. No doubt about that, sweetie pie. I'm going to go and see for love. Yeah. Thank you, Elaine. I will check it out in just a second. All right. Yeah, I don't see it going the way that you would like it to, my beautiful Joy. And love-wise, Hermit. Hermit, sweetie. Hermit type of energy. But I don't feel like you're into a hermit type of energy because you want to be in a hermit energy. I feel like you're in a hermit energy because situations are not moving forward into the way that you would like them to. You could have this weekend somebody who is going to offer something to you. You could. I feel like it will actually make you happy. All right. You could have some forward movement coming towards you this weekend. I don't necessarily believe that it's coming from Joey, though. So I'm going to say probably not Joey, but you do have some type of movement. So you could definitely look forward to, it could be a date. It could be, it's not a love affair. It's not a love relationship altogether, but there could definitely be a date or something opening on up for you this weekend, probably on Saturday night or on Sunday. However, for the moment, I do not feel as though it is Joey. Absolutely, Stephanie. Have no fears. A timestamp you shall have, my love. Does that make sense to you, my beautiful Joy? Yeah, you will definitely have some sales. You will definitely have some sales, just not really necessarily sales that you would like to. Anything juicy at all? Anything juicy at all? When will Joey? Let's go see. Thank you, Love Shine, for posting. You'll be up in just a few seconds. Anything juicy at all? Anything juicy at all? I do have great attraction, but I don't have movement. No. No, nothing juicy happening with Joey. Nothing juicy happening with Joey this weekend. No. Whatever is happening, somebody could be highly attracted to you. Could be somebody asking you out onto a date. It could be somebody else that you kind of see every once in a while just for fun. They're going to ask to meet on up with you. Something of the such. But I do not see anything that is of a very strong commitment that is happening at that moment for this weekend. If we move on forward to go and see what's happening onto the weekend of, or onto the 25th. Thank you, Love Shine, sweetie. No. King of Wands, no movements. King of Cups, a Knight of Cups reverse, and our Hierophant. It's like you're wanting things to happen, but it's like it's not necessarily moving into the direction that you would like it to. Now, you do need to know that is like a month away. So things can change. But for the moment, for that time being, for the 25th of September, I shall say a no for the moment, my love. I don't know. I'm not saying it's necessarily going to happen, but there's somebody who's going to be attracted to you, and there's somebody who could make an offer to you. If the offer is happening, it could be happening onto a Saturday, or it could be happening onto the Sunday. It's definitely not Joey. But it could just be an attraction. It could be somebody who thinks you're very highly attractive. It could be a client, somebody passing on through. It doesn't mean they're necessarily going to ask you out. I'm saying if there is a date, it will be Saturday or Sunday, and it is not Joey. But it's nothing is all that clear within it, my love. Elaine Hat, hold on, sweetie. Love Shine, you are coming on up in just a second. Okay, so you got some feedback. You put a lot of energy into it, right? How did we actually react to your portfolio? Honestly, I feel like it came from a place of honest mentorship, but also high standards. Maybe a little bit too high though, based on what he's used to seeing, being very polished, corporate environments, everything of the such. Underneath it all, what I'm basically going to say to you over here is I feel like his words and what he actually wanted to say is that there is a genuine desire for you to succeed. There is a belief that you do have potential, but you're still a little bit into the building phase, and some emotional detachment, meaning that he was being technical, not personal, into his own delivery. So it wasn't meant to be something to tear you down. It was something that was meant with warmth and encouragement. So that being said, I kind of feel like he underestimated how much effort and thought you actually did put into it. He may not have actually acknowledged all of your unique strengths, but I feel like he kind of went a little bit onto the overall, onto the general. So yeah. Why the comparison with, the R or the other companies? That's really just to kind of push you towards a professional standard. That's all it is. It's like if he's trying to say you're onto the right path, but there's still more to refine before this matches the industry expects, if you will. So he's kind of putting you, being a little bit critical, but kind of putting you into the right mindset for a certain amount of growth to help you move on forward. So I don't feel like the feedback was something that was meant to be bad. It was something to help you within your vision for the future, for your confidence. I know that it could kind of come across as being, a little bit more negative, but it's absolutely not what it is. These are all things that are very fixable. So what you need to know is that your portfolio doesn't define who you are, your talent, or your future, or your value. This person is really just trying to push you on forward towards your growth. So take whatever has been said. This is not about you failing. It's about you leveling on up. So use those very precious informations, level on up so you can be ready for the rest of it, my love. It's basically what it is. Yeah, you worked really, really hard, sweetie, and you did really, really good, sweetie. You really did. Joy, when are you and Joy going to be hanging out again? Hold on, my love. Love Shine is going to be next. We're going to put a timestamp followed out by Stephanie. Then I'm going to go and do a lookity look, and I will let you guys know if we're at Watson's turn or not. So I see our Six of Pentacles reverse and our Queen. I'm going to say there's a strong possibility within the following week that he is going to bring something up. So I'm going to say within the following week, there is a very, very strong possibility of something happening over here for you, sweetie pie. So it is a yes, but within the following week. It is my pleasure, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie pie. Alrighty, let's go and see Love Shine. Love Shine is going to be at 107. Everybody's happy with your work and you're happy about it, but just getting started. In the fall, you usually get a lot more people and you're getting excited, right? Well, the fall is arriving. It's really close on by, sweetie pie. So continue doing what you're doing. If you even have some more of those door hangers, go and put more door hangers, my love. All right, this is a time to get to it. People are coming back from vacations and the holidays and school starts, and you've got all different kind of things you've got to do. You don't have time for the cleaning and the this and the that. You got to organize. You got to do other things. So sometimes, you know, a little extra help can definitely be so very valuable. So yes, put it all through. Congratulations for you, sweetie. Continue working as strong as you are with it, okay? Now, M set up until sleep with wife. I do have our Ace of Pentacles, but I don't have him moving anywhere. There's no, by no surprise, there's no cups. We do have the movement over here. We do also have that we're not leaving. We're not going anywhere. So he's not divorcing or separating or leaving. We're hanging around for different opportunities, financial reasons more than anything. And there's no real movement. So I'm going to say today is an okay day. Nothing specific in the love. There's no fights. There's no conflicts. There's no lovey-dovey. It's just a day like any other one. Let's go see what he has coming towards you. I do have our Chariot, I do have our Strength, I do have our Queen of Wands, which is interesting. So I have him being into a place where there's a lot of stagnancy. Oh, crap, I'm not using the deck you like. Same inspiration, I'll use it for the other ones. I do not have him, I have you being over here, him moving on towards you, him wanting to spend more time with you, him having more strength, more courage, believing that you guys are meant to be, that you're going to continue to put all the effort into it and having a really good time. I, however, don't necessarily see him putting more time or extra time or something of the such. I see things a little bit like the wife. They're stagnant. Financial, marriage is what it is. Family. I see the same thing with you. It is stagnant onto that level too. Yes, however, the difference between the wife and you is that the wife is something that is more financial and he wasn't moving towards her. Into this one, he wants to move on forward towards you. So, and now I'm going to switch on up decks. I took a traditional one because I know that you like those ones, but again, I keep forgetting about this little one. What do you need to know? Knight of Cups, you need to know that he loves you and you need to know that he's going to continue to move towards you. That's what you need to know. Other than that, what you need to know is that you need to continue within your progress. There is much more than you can do that you have not yet done. There are more challenges coming your way, but you're going to be able to pass on through them quite fine, sweetie. Amy, for the rest of the year, you're a little bit onto your guards, but you're happy. And I feel like this, truly, honestly, I feel like it resonates a lot. You're always a little bit onto your guard. May it be a hubby, may it be, your love. You're always a little bit suspicious in a way. You're watching out for your back, and good for you for doing so. However, you're ultimately quite happy. You're ultimately doing good. Like, you're into a happy place. You're into a good place. There's no big movements or big changes or anything of the such. You're into a place where you're moving on forward towards what you want and what you desire. So, hey, good for you for doing so, my love. The rest of the year, you're onto your guard, but everything's working onto the right way. So I'm going to say keep those little boundaries where they're at. They're perfect. What's coming your way? Your man is going to continue to come your way, and love is going to continue to come your way. So I'll say you'll be happy with them into what's coming your way. And like I said, financially, there's more that you still have to do. There's different challenges coming along the way. But that's normal. I don't want you to be stuck onto what challenges and what's going to be happening. No, go with the flow. Whenever it happens, it happens. Challenges are meant to be into everybody's life. It just makes us do better. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, B?
I have one question.
Ouais, what's your question?
Attends.
Tu veux venir dire allô?
Ok.
Tu peux.
Puis ma première question c'était...
Non, j'ai un verre, j'ai des affaires. Coucou. Ouais, tu peux me montrer Prince, ça te tente, là? Mais fais-le pas détruire mon truc.
Est-ce qu'on voit?
Oh, there's Princey. Here you go. Princey has arrived. Boop, boop. Quoi?
Evelyne, elle voulait juste le chargeur. J'ai assorti avec.
Okay. Hi.
Aïe. Bye.
Bye. Hi and bye. That's what I get in a day too. Hi and bye. À tantôt, belle. Je t'aime. À tantôt, chichon. La grenouille est où, là? Es-tu dans le garage? Elle est dehors, dans le gros seau à Bruno?
Non.
Elle est dans quel seau? Elle est dans quoi? Pas dans un bol.
Oui.
Dans un bol de maison? J'ai dit non, mes amours.
C'est Raphaël qui a démarché.
Out. Adios, amigos. Oh, jeez, Louise. Mathias est allé vous voir. They put a frog into a bowl. Oh, ok, ferme ma porte, belle. À tantôt, chouchoune. La grenouille, il faut pas qu'elle reste dans un bol.
Est-ce qu'il y a un bloc de chargeur ici?
Je sais pas. Moi, j'en ai un, j'en ai besoin. Celle-là, Evelyn, je sais pas you.
Dans le fil?
Yeah.
C'est un chargeur
Oh, gosh. Hi. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I don't know. Sweet Lord.
Là, c'est pour ça. Je vais apporter.
Ah, non. Hold on. C'est pour qui, le bloc? No, we need it. Quelle branche dans le mur? Dans le mur. Quelle branche dans le mur? Quelle branche dans le mur? OK, elle a le droit de l'avoir pendant 30 minutes, puis après ça, on leur branche. Suck the power and that's it. Ah, je sais. J'en ai besoin de parler avec Alex. Haha. OK, here we go. Hi, Sean, sweetie. All right, sorry, guys. Too many kids into my house wanting way too many chargers because all their phones end up dying. All right, what you need to know in love is he's going to continue to give you love. He's going to continue to move on forward towards you. I don't feel as though he's necessarily hiding anything from you. He's going to continue to help you within any challenges that may arise for you also. C'est quoi ça? C'est le nôtre? Bye. Tata. All right. Okay. Well, he's going to want to. There's a difference between doing and wanting. I feel like he wants to be able to help you, but I don't necessarily feel as though he does. But he's got the intentions. So that is something. That is something. Stephanie is going to be right over here at 116. Jonathan's feelings and intentions towards you. Never has helped? No. But like I said, he has the intentions of helping. And sometimes that changes everything. So I'm not going to say he's going to, but he wants to. So Jonathan's feelings and intentions towards you. No, you know what, my beautiful love, Sean? I have figured out in life that if you want something, you got to do it yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Don't wait for somebody else to help you. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you can do it yourself. And if you can't do it, then I'm sure you can still do it. Don't wait upon people because you'll wait forever. Yes. I know, my love. Jonathan's feelings and intentions towards you. Well, he still, he wants you. He still wants you. I feel like whatever it is that has gone by within you guys or between you guys is not as bad as it used to be, because I do see that it's like if the sadness or the frustration or whatever has happened within this conflict has a little bit turned around within the situation. However, is it possible that you guys might not be talking too much or not as usual? Something's different. It's not the same. I'm seeing over here that we still want to be with you, but I'm still seeing that there's a distance. So I'm going to hope that things reconnect for you guys quite shortly. At least we know that we're no longer really frustrated and really upset, so things should become better within that. And I feel like they're going to start to actually kind of happen fairly quickly as time goes on by. So whatever it is that you guys are going through at this moment within the issues, probably within the following 7 to 8 days should be pretty much resolved, my sweet love. Oh, I'm loving the pumpkins, Swanson. I'm loving the pumpkins. Here we go. All right. I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to go and open up Juanson. I'm going to go here. Okay, we do have another question over here by our beautiful Julie that I'm going to go and see. Juanson. Like this rom com movie. Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. Okay. right. So my beautiful Julie. All right. Alrighty. All right, here we go for MZ. MZ is going to be at 122. Big Cleo, you're going to be after Juanson, sweetie. I'm going to go and see MZ. I'm going to go and see Juanson. And then you'll be the last one on through, my love. What's up? Non, j'ai vraiment pas le temps pour tout ça. Quoi? Pardon? Ça vient d'où? C'est qui? C'est Evelyne qui t'a dit de dire ça? Franchement, Evelyne, c'était clair que c'était toi.
Il a donné 25 cents.
Quoi? Holy crap. Okay. Stupid. À tantôt. The stuff that goes around into my house. I have nothing against trans people, but my daughter's friend told her to come and see me to say, Mom, I want to become trans. And I said, what? And she said, yeah. And I said, no. I said, your friend told you to say that, didn't she? And she said, yeah. She said she'd give me 25 cents if I told you. Seriously. I live in a jungle. My house is like a jungle. That's all I can say. Here. Here we go. Yeah, 25 cents to tell me that. I kid you not. I live in a crazy place. Only 25 cents. Yeah, not enough, right? Well, she didn't have to become trans. She just had to tell me she was going to become trans. Which she doesn't even know what it means. I knew very well it wasn't true. All right, so here we go, my beautiful. As for the energy, let's move on forward with the energy, okay? I feel like the energy is very, very present into that field for him today. I feel like his lovey-dovey thoughts are definitely kind of drifting into that, rom-com kind of territory, the kind where he just kind of shows up, heart in hand, not fully knowing what to say, just really needing to say it to your face. And sometimes that's all we need, right? We just want to knock at the door, say what we got to say, and get over it. So, I kind of feel like that's a little bit what it is. So is he actually thinking of doing it? Energetically, I feel like he fantasizes about the exact scene, like standing outside your door, a little bit nervous, maybe a little bit hopeful, playing it out, in his mind, like, ooh, what if she just kind of went for it? And that's his heart kind of speaking louder than his actual logic today. That's the way it's working. But I feel like he still wants that big moment. That's what he wants. He wants the grand gesture. He wants that kind that says, I just couldn't stay away. That's it. Is he actually going to do it? There is a possibility that he could actually do it. but he's not going to do it right away. If he does it, he can be quite impulsive. If he does do it, he will do it within the following probably 6 to 7 weeks if he does it. But I still feel like he has a little bit of fear to overcome. I still feel like he's living a lot into the realm of his hopeful imagination, not action. So he needs to continue to lean into his emotional healing. He needs to continue to go to the therapy. He needs to continue to work onto the growth moments. And all those things are going to help him to have that idea of going to the door, seeing you, and going from a daydream to divine timing. That's what we need. So, I mean, he does have enough of a spontaneous soul to do so. Absolutely. And I feel like he's picking up like all those thoughts over and over. I feel like they're cute. I feel like they're tender. I feel like his soul is kind of whispering to him, what if love could be so simple? And I feel like he wants to grasp and grab onto that idea. So I'm going to say, you know, we all need a little bit of magic into our lives. So let's not discredit it altogether. Let's hope, let's want, let's manifest. He's impulsive enough to do it. He just has to be ready to go ahead and you know, shake those fears. Yes. I see him more having a grand gesture coming on through, like truly saying, you know, having a moment where he would offer you some flowers. I see him more being impulsive, romantic than just impulsive. Like I see him more planning a little bit of a beach thing. There could even be like a song that he would write. I see that more coming from him, but his energy sometimes kind of switches on over. So it is possible. Oh, we can definitely do some helpings to work him. Absolutely, my love. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Sean, you get the car that you want, sweetie, okay? You just get what you want. It's better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am going to go and see Quanson at this moment. Then I'm going to go and see Big Cleo. No, we're closed, Lilith. You can close, sweetie. Already done, my love. It's all good, sweet pie. Juanson. Here we go for Juanson. So today work was okay. But it was a bit slow. At least you made a day go a little bit faster with some spooky and some crime documentaries. All right. Oh, I never sent to you. Oh well, Lilith and Quanson. I'll send you all my stories at the same time, okay? Yeah. I forgot I was supposed to give you the tea. I'll give you tea later on. Yeah. Alrighty. And then the follow-up questions are these ones. All right. Alrighty. Juanson. Let's start with the, yeah. Alrighty. There's an imposter. Aha! There's two imposters. All right. Okay. Sweetie pie. Love, in general. I feel like your heart is there. I feel like it's strong. I feel like it's actually quite radiant. It's been bruised, but it's there. It's still a little bit open, but it's healing quite well. I feel like Spirit is showing me that you've been doing a lot of deep emotional work, maybe conscious or not. And I feel like you're being called to align yourself a little bit more with people and energies that are more attentive to the kind of love that's going to be good for you. So I kind of feel like Spirit is asking you to raise your standards without closing your heart. Don't settle, just kind of allow for, energies to come on through. Into the upcoming months, especially October all the way to December, there is going to be somewhat a little bit of a shift. I feel like that shift is going to bring a healing. I feel like it could also bring somewhat of a new spark that could be happening into your life. Generally speaking, I'm going to say this is a season for you that's all about leveling on up. Not into the loud, not into the dramatic way, but into a quiet kind of internal kind of a way. It's about refocusing onto your dreams, even the ones that you kind of put aside for others. It's about having the clear emotional clutter out of your life, all disappointments, self-doubts, people who drain you. It's about trusting your intuition a little bit more, especially around work, creativity, and really just the next chapters that you do want to open on through with. So there's a very strong message for you. Around self-worth. So you're not behind, you're not invisible. The universe is kind of catching up to your vibration. So you need to stay into your truth, and your timeline is going to bloom like exactly at the right place where it should be. As for how is E doing, let's go see. Up next is going to be Big Cleo. And Big Cleo, if your questions are not already in PayPal, then you can post them. And if they are, then you do not need to repost them, my love. Don't bother. I've already got them in one place. Her energy today is more quiet, more reflective. There's been a lot of things onto her mind, work-related, emotional, but I feel like she's managing things into her own way. I feel like she's taking little pauses, kind of scrolling through different memories, and you're definitely part of some of those memories. So I feel like she does have some stress though. I feel like today she's got a little bit of nostalgia. I'm going to say curiosity about where you're at emotionally. And I do kind of still have like this wish coming from her that she hopes that you still think about her into the way that you used to. So there's like that beautiful quiet acknowledgement into her heart that your connection is something that is unique. It's not rush. It's not force. It was just there, and it was felt, and it was felt on both sides. So, and I don't quite feel like it's been completely let go of neither. If there's anything she would like to say, I feel like she wants you to know that you do matter to her, and you did matter, and you still do matter to her. She still wonders about you. She still wonders about what you think, what you're doing, and everything of the such. A lot of things are changing into her world, and it kind of becomes a little bit scary for her. An oracle message. Your heart is not too much. It's your superpower. Your angels are wrapping you in gentle reassurance. You feel deeply because you're meant to, and your love heals, even from a distance. What is meant for you is not delayed. It's being prepared. Something beautiful is in motion, and you're not behind. The timing is simply aligning, even if you can't see it yet. Love messages from her and from the universe. You felt like home in a world that never slowed down. I still feel that warmth when I think of you. The kind of love you give is rare. Don't water it down for anybody who can't hold it properly. That being said, I'm going to go and see our beautiful big Cleo. Let me just go over here. All right, Big Cleo. I'm going to go and get your questions, my love. Big Cleo, if you're around, please do let us know. You can, I don't know what your questions are, my beautiful love, Sean. I'm going to go and see, okay? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come and see our beautiful love, Sean, at this moment. Then I'm going to go and see Big Cleo. Oh, Big Cleo. No. Okay, Big Cleo, do you already have your questions? Let me go see. I didn't see your questions. Times. Okay, I see them. I see them. I see them. Okay, Big Cleo, it is your turn, my love. So Big Cleo followed out by Love Shine. All right, so Big Cleo, your answers are going to be right here. All right. Let me take out this. So did P visit your page, profile page, on the 28th of August? I'm getting a no for the 20th of August, 28th of August. Did we look onto the 28th of August? So the 29th is onto the 29th it is a yes, but on the 29th it is a no. So I will clarify again. Onto the 28th, did P look at Big Cleo's Facebook page? It is a no. Onto the Friday 29th for Big Cleo, did we look at it? How many times did we look at it onto the 29th? I'm getting 2 times onto the 29th. Is he dating anybody at this moment? Is he sleeping with anybody at this moment? So a no on to both. Wait, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I don't know, I got logged out. Okay, perfect. I don't know, it kind of got like disconnected. The chat disappeared. Okay. So, does that make any sense with what you're seeing? Thank you, my dear Juanson. I don't know why that happens sometimes. It just logs me out. Oh, but at least it's no longer asking me to validate myself. My mom had a really good idea. She said, whatever update you did to your laptop, take it off. And it's what I did. And since the last couple days, it's been good. I haven't been getting those weird notifications. Queen of Cups, but I don't see all that much necessarily movement, my love. I am going to say that onto the 28th. No, not for the 28th. It shows that he watched, but let's see. Onto the 28th, the pendulum said no. Onto the 29th, it said once to twice. Within the cards over here, I do feel as though we did not necessarily look. I feel as though we want to have a look and something happening, but I do not necessarily see it happening. So I'm going to go within the pendulum with this one, and I'm going to say onto the 28th of your time, of course, because I'm still onto the 29th, onto the 28th, that nothing happened onto that one. If we move on forward onto the 29th, so that is your Friday. We do have our strength coming on through. We also do have our star. And we have our fool. And he did. So today, we definitely did. Well, your today. My today hasn't arrived yet. So yes, We definitely did over here. So I'm going to say onto the 29th once or twice. Yes, so far. But your day has just begun. It could multiply more. Is he dating anybody at this moment? I am, however, going to go and see for the feelings too. So just let me go and see for, is he dating anybody at this moment? I do have our Wheel of Fortune. I do also have our Queen of Pentacles. So we are moving on forward. And I do also have our Page of Cups. A reverse position. All right. I do, however, feel though. I do, however, feel our Queen of Pentacles is, she's a tricky little sheep, whatever she is. Yeah, she's tricky. That does mean that there are some people that are interested into him, which is of no surprise, but he's not moving on forward with them. So, yeah. All right, let's go and see what we have. No, a Two of Swords, or Eight of Pentacles. He seems to be focused a lot onto work. He's not dating and he's not sleeping with anybody, sweetie pie. As for his actual feelings for you, all right, I do have a Five of Disc in reverse, so we don't necessarily have any sadness that is related to you. We don't have any great obstacles neither. We do have a certain decision that does need to be made over here, however. All right, so there is a decision that we're kind of toying with over here, which is eye contact. I don't, I do, I don't, I reach out, I don't. This is a decision that we're actually wondering about. Our Ace of Wands is coming on through in two different type of ways. Is coming on through into a physical, sexual way, so a very attractive kind of way, but also into a way where we actually want to be able to make some movement. Why? Because we don't really have any challenges along the way other than his own personal challenges of being a little bit afraid of making the movement. So feelings towards you are Wand of feeling quite attracted towards you, quite, I'm going to say, passionate towards you and wanting to develop something with you. I'm not going to say that it's, you know, full blown out love or anything as such, because I don't feel as though we have enough information about that yet. I feel like you guys need to spend more time together before getting into those type of feelings, but there's definitely a want and a desire to explore this connection more and to see where it can truly go. There's definitely an attraction that is there also. Yeah. So, my beautiful big Cleo, I'm going to say you're good for gold. I hope that he returns on back and goes to look at the rest of it, sweetie pie. Oops, that's an hour 24. I don't know why it appeared weirdly like that. Ah! A big Cleo, I am going to wish you the most loveliest of evenings, my sweetie pie. Everything is good. I hope he goes back and looks at it 20 times, and I hope even more that he goes to see you and he asks you out. It's about time. He needs to do something. He needs to make some movement. The Aries in me is saying, make things happen. Why don't you? I know that you do. I know that you can't. Well, I know that you can, but you can't completely. I know he's got to do something with it. Love Sean, you haven't posted the question yet. Just letting you know you send PayPal. Just let me know. Yeah, whenever you're ready to post, you can post, my love. Okay. Do I need to disappear, love, and work on? Do I need to disappear? That's an interesting thing. The 28th. Let me go and see. I'm not sure what you mean, Love Shine, by disappear. Love and work onto yourself. What do you mean? Do you need to put more time onto yourself, you mean? Probably. Yes. We all can. Ace of Wands. No, this is still into our wants, still into our desires, and I'm getting our Page of Wands in reverse. I'm still going to say no, my love. I feel like onto the 28th, it is a no, sweetie pie. Do you need to... Okay, if your question is what it is that you need to do you need to work onto yourself? If you're wondering if you need to work onto yourself personally, we all could work onto ourselves personally, my beautiful love shine. Yeah, my pleasure, beautiful big Cleo, sweetie. Okay, the disappear still seems weird to me, but I'm going to answer it as best as I can, okay? I don't feel like you need to disappear. I feel like you need to go out. I feel like you need to network. That's what I feel like you need to do. You need to go out. You need to network. You need to reach out with people who have the same desires, wants, visions, thoughts, people who are going to enrich your life and give you different type of ideas, business related ideas. You could even take a business class. It could be online. It could be marketing class, all those kind of things. It's a certain networking, getting more information in order to help you. That is going to help you with different type of collaborations, ideas, new people who are entrepreneurs who want and who are looking to do the same thing as you. And that's going to feed you and it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you within it. So should you disappear, you should never disappear. You should always either go network, work onto yourself, find yourself. Don't disappear. To disappear is one of the worst things. You need to go back into your core values. What does it mean for you? Love, shine. Who are you? What do you want? What do you want to give out as values? Do you want to give out that you're giving out, I don't know, a family, family business, somebody who knows where this is coming from, somebody who knows all the hard work that goes into it, somebody who understands the families and your needs and the high cost of living and what I can offer you and this is what you need to look at. You need to identify yourself with your wants and your desires and your passions towards the customers that you're going to go and gather. That's what you need to do. The best way to do it is to return to what you truly want and to find yourself within it and do your marketing into the right way. And networking is one of the best ways. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I can never type love shine. I suck at it. Even with the, oh my dear Lord. Even with the autocorrect, it's horrible. So that's what you need to do within yourself and within your life, my love. Both of those, both. And it's not just, we all need to do it. It's not just about you. It's a nice question, but we all have to do it. We often don't do it, but it's important to do so. Again, being a pain in the butt and being a brat and not using your deck, right? I keep forgetting about it. Forgive me. What does M need from you? What does M need from you? M needs love. M needs understanding. M needs compassion. M needs you to be there for him because those are all things he doesn't necessarily get onto the other side. He wants everything from you except for money. He already has that onto the other side. He wants understanding. He wants love. He wants compassion. He wants to be able to be himself. And at the same time, into a weird kind of way, you want to be able to be yourself too. And often you're kind of a little bit subconscious. Oh, I feel like this. I feel like that. And you compare yourself to the other. Don't compare yourself because he's with you because he wants to be with you. So it's about both of you kind of feeding off of each other. He needs you to be you into your integrity, into your 100%. That is going to feed him and he's going to end up feeding you his 100% of who he is at this very same time. You don't need to show up as anything or anybody different. You're perfect just the way that you are, on the exception of being a little bit more yourself. Accept yourself for the way that you are and start being so harsh upon yourself. Because you are harsh upon yourself, sweetie. You are. You overthink things and you overanalyze things and then you kind of get up, don't forget yourself because without you, then what is the connection? It's nothing. He loves you for who you are, even with your temper, even with your attitude. He loves you. He knows exactly what you're going to do, how you're going to be doing, and how you're feeling. Don't forget that. So how can you better yourself altogether as a person and business? To be truthful to yourself. Look at the possibilities. Don't close off opportunities. Look at the possibilities, evaluate the possibilities, and move on forward what you think is best. Again, don't rely on other people. Other people are not going to give you what you need. Rely on to yourself, nobody else. Business, yourself, everything. You want to lose weight? Nobody's going to lose it for you. You're going to have to eat better. You're going to have to do some workouts. You want to learn spiritual stuff. You're going to have to read some books. You're going to have to do the work upon yourself. That's it. That's what you got to do, my love. Business, you got to go. Get yourself some different ideas, different marketing tools. Promote yourself in a different kind of way. Be very confident with yourself. Be the best competition you can ever be before anybody else starts putting out that competition, and beat the competition that was there before you. They're offering something, and yes, people are used to what they have been receiving, but if you can bonify what they already have, my God, you're going to be a win-win. What is going to surprise you into the future? Probably yourself. You're probably going to surprise yourself with all the possibilities that you have once you actually start to acknowledge and move on forward with your wants and your desires and trusting yourself. Once you trust yourself, you will see that you will unlock that door to like a beautiful, I'm going to say magical box that has so many beauties within it where every single thing is possible. That's what I need you to do. You don't have a temper? You kind of do. You kind of do, okay? I do too. Let's not hide it, love shine. But we love you the way that you are, and that's it. So yeah, I know that you can do that. I know that you can. I know that you've got that beautiful little magic box within you that is just waiting. And I know that you are already holding the key. You're just too afraid because you feel like you're missing tools to go and unlock it and open up everything that's into it. Open it, let it go free, let it realm. It'll be a little bit uncertain, it'll be a little bit scary at first, but then you're going to find the solutions. Everything is going to make sense and you're going to elevate. That's what you need to do. That being said, I'm going to go and figure out where that frog is because I don't know. Is it outside? Is it in my garage? I don't know where it's at. I don't know. I'm going to go figure out where the frog is. What is that? You only have a temper because you get tired of being taken advantage of. Well, that's it. So utilize it. Utilize your temper. It's important. Yeah, I'm going to go and find the grenouille or the crapaud. I think it's a crapaud. Got to go and figure out where it's at. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'm sending every single one of you guys much love. You go and get into that little magical box of yours, sweetie pie. You've got this. All right? All right. Okie dokie. Yeah, little froggy. That looks like froggy lips. See you guys tomorrow, my loves.